Well, hello, everyone. This is Wilson Cole. I'm president of Adams, Evans, and Ross. And I want to take a minute to discuss something that I'm always surprised that your local attorney will not tell you. And that is, let me give you a scenario, and this is a generalization, but we see it more times than not whenever one of our clients uses their local attorney. Now, if your debtor is located in the state of Georgia, for instance, and you're located in the state of Georgia, this isn't going to apply to you. But where this does apply is, let's say you're sitting in Georgia, your debtor is in California. And even if you have a jurisdictional clause, where they say all of the legal proceedings have to happen in Georgia. Now, there are tons of reasons to have that jurisdictional clause in there, and certainly follow your attorney's advice. But from a collection standpoint, it's problematic because here's a scenario that happens. You call your local attorney, whether it's in Georgia, Florida, Alabama, New York, and the attorney says, yep, we can sue them here. So they sue them. And you spend, whether it's on contingency, typically it's not, it's done by the hour. You pay $2,000 to $5,000. He sues them. The debtor doesn't answer and he gets a judgment. He brings this judgment to you and he says, well, great news. You have the $5,000 that you invested. I got you a judgment that even includes these attorney's fees in $15,000 accounts. So now it's a $20,000 judgment. Here you go. Good luck going to collect. The problem is, unless you have assets in that state, or you come from a state that has very aggressive, and very few states do, long-arm statutes, collectability becomes an issue. What you typically now have to do is you would typically have to go to the state of California, if that's where the debtor were located, and domesticate the judgment. So that means that you're going to have to hire a second attorney. It means you're going to have suit filed again. And, the rules are a little different. I don't want to get down into the weeds, but it's not quite like some all over again, but there again it is. And so you have to domesticate that judgment in the state where the debtor is located to where you can go garnish assets. And the thing that frustrates me, there again, my daughter's is an attorney. She's our staff attorney here. Attorneys serve a wonderful purpose. The thing, though, that I get irritated with local attorneys is that they know, in my opinion, the collectability of that account is pretty slim. But they'll go ahead and bill our client $2,500, $5,000, whatever it is, to sue them, get a default judgment. And our client still has to go out to California, find an attorney, in most cases on their own, and go back through that process. Wouldn't it have made more sense for that attorney to say, hey, your debtor's in California, let's go ahead and send it out there? Even if there's not a jurisdictional clause, we've seen where there's some attorneys that will go ahead and wind up, in their local state. In my opinion, it's just a money grab. So if you're going to use your local attorney and it's an out-of-state attorney, ask them, okay, if we get a judgment, how are we going to collect if they're sitting in California? If he says, oh, you know what, we have the ability in our state to garnish an account because it's with a national bank, or, we know where they're doing business, so we can send out and redirect payments, then that's fine. There may be some avenues there. 99 times out of 100, that is not an option. So ask them, how do you plan on collecting this once we get a default judgment? And if they're confident that they can get it collected, that's the path that you want to go, then I certainly respect that. But if he says, well, you're going to have to send it out to a local attorney, at that point, you may want to get us involved. We can run it through collections. And if they don't pay, and they may or they may not pay once we get involved, we have local representation with forwarding attorneys in all of the major states and major metropolitan areas, to where we have 20, 30-year relationships with these attorneys. And so they don't have to learn how to collect on staffing or recruiting debt. And they all work on a contingency basis, to where if they don't collect, it doesn't cost you anything outside of court cost. If we can help you with collections, visit us at our website at staffing. If you'd like to check on backdoor hires, see how we can find more, you go to backdoorhires.com. Thank you. Hey guys, it's Wilson again, and this video was brought to you by Adams, Evans, and Ross. And if you like the video, please make sure that you click on the subscribe button and also like the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those below as well. If you'd like to learn more about our company, please visit our website at staffingdebt.com. And also remember, if there's no collection, there's absolutely no cost at all.